Hey Mindset Community, Dr. Ellen here, coming to you today with your next workout. All right, so the theme of this week is belief systems. Now, your belief system is basically why you think the way you do and how those beliefs trigger your behaviors and actions and decisions based on what's happened to you in the past. So your belief system is this blend and this creation of this compounding effect of all these different things that you are taught, and as well all these things that you learn over your lifetime. So many, many years ago, no one had broke the record of a 4-minute mile, okay? And even physicians during that time used to say that your heart would actually explode and it was unsafe and somebody might even die trying to break the 4-minute mile. And so many, many, many years went by and no one could do it. No one could do it. And then all of a sudden, one man did. And then within 6 months, I think the research said 12 other people then finally made it. Because what happened is the belief system used to be, it was not safe, it was not possible, no one is able to do this. Well, one person shattered that belief system, and then all of a sudden, other people could learn that it was possible. And just think as well about our culture and how in, let's say, the United States, a woman who's in a bikini can be viewed as attractive, but if that same woman was in the Middle East, that would be almost a sin, right? Because the belief systems are totally different. And so that belief system then creates your reality and your ability to see the world with your particular lens. So we're going to talk more and more about this, but I just wanted to plant this seed about belief systems because they are truly learned. And so you can actually unlearn or reshape or reevaluate or just revisit your belief system to make sure this is what you want to believe. Because a lot of times we think this is just the way it is, right? We think that sometimes with our bodies and such. That's actually not. Our mind is incredibly moldable, and belief systems is one of those things that we can learn, create, master, and optimize. All right? We'll talk more about that each day, but just wanted to plant that seed. So today we're going to begin Program A this week. All right? We're going to move into a little bit greater time under tension for some muscles so we can increase the difficulty and challenge our heart rate and our cardiorespiratory system in a little bit different fashion than we have so far. So what you're going to need today is that broomstick to start. Any weights that you would like. If you would like to get heavier weights, you're welcome to do that. You can, if you don't necessarily have big weights to hold on to, I highly recommend bags and backpacks. So go ahead and grab anything you need. You can pause this video, grab a bag, throw some books in there, some cans in there, flour in there. You can kind of make this up for whatever you would like, but you need something that you can basically hold on to, or if you have a backpack, you don't even have to hold on to it, you can actually wear it, okay? So go ahead and get what you need, and then meet me right back here. All right, so hopefully you pressed pause, you took care of what you needed to do. Go ahead and start with your PVC pipe, okay? We're gonna start shoulder width apart. We gotta open up those shoulders. So we're coming up and overhead. Nice and slow, just working to open up that range of motion. Here's number 3. We're going to 6 today. This is 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now I want to go a little bit into some spinal extension here. So we're going to have our hips drive forward as our shoulders come overhead. So we're going to go down into that scooping motion and end back behind the head, but we're not going to drop behind the head in that sense. We're just going to go behind in the straight arm sense. So we're going to swoop down, out, hips drive forward, arms come back. Good. We're going to do 6. Scoop forward, hips come forward, shoulders come back. That's 2. There's 3. Just exploring this range. It doesn't have to be much. That's 4. 5. And 6. Very good. Now widen the hands. Coming up and overhead. Remember, if this is comfortable, you can go all the way around. It's up to you. By this point, you should have done these a few times so you know where you are, where you can compare each week to. I think that was about 3. We've got about 3 more to go. And 2 more to go. And 1 more to go. Okay, now this is where we're doing our figure 8. So one arm is coming up, drop behind, and come overhead. This sometimes takes a second to synchronize. We've done this a couple times, not a ton though, so take your time. Good. Try not to talk and cue you too much so you can feel and see. Good. When you're ready, go the other way. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Very good. Okay, now you can put this away. Shoulders should be starting to warm up a little bit. We're gonna head down to the ground for a little bit of a bear flow. So I'll walk you through that. Start on hands and knees, however you can get here. The first thing we're gonna do is press our hands down into the ground and lift our knees up just enough to slide a piece of paper underneath. Okay? And then bring them back down to the ground. Press those hands into the floor, lift the knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back down. Again, press the knees into, the hands into the floor, lift the knees up, and back down. 2 more here. Press into the floor, lift the knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. 1 more. Press into the ground, lift those knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Now this is a 2-part movement. We're gonna go into that starting position where the knees off of the ground. We call that baby bear. Then you're gonna flow up into big bear, which is a bent knee downward dog. Okay? So we're gonna go here. We're gonna lift the knees, press into the ground, lift the knees. Now press into the ground again. Bring the biceps between, biceps at the level of your ears, or ears in between your arms. Butt's kind of high in the air. Good, drop your knees down, but don't touch. Good, flow upward. Hips go high, ear between the biceps. Good, drop, but don't touch. Good, hips go high. Ears between the biceps, really pressing into the floor, driving those hips away from you. Drop down, but don't touch. We got 2 more. Here we go. Push those hips high, drive those hands away. Good, come down, don't touch. 1 last round, you guys got this. Push into the floor, drive those hips high. Flow back down, but don't touch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Okay, we're starting to warm everybody up. Great job. Okay, now we're gonna reach opposite arm and opposite leg away, and then we're gonna connect them in the middle with an elbow to knee touch. Okay, we're gonna do 5. Inhale to lift. Exhale to meet in the middle. Inhale to lift. Exhale to meet in the middle. Inhale to lift. Exhale to meet in the middle. Inhale, lift. Exhale to meet in the middle. 1 more lift. Meet in the middle. And reset. Other side. Inhale to lift. Exhale to middle. Inhale to lift. Exhale to middle. Inhale to lift. Exhale to middle. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, middle. Inhale, lift. Exhale, middle. Good, we're gonna do that one more time on each side. This time we're gonna pick up the pace a little bit to try to get our breath to match the movement. Okay, as we start to increase the demand here. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the middle. Inhale, lift. Exhale, middle. Lift. Middle. Lift. Middle. Lift. Middle and down. Very good. Other side. When you're ready. Inhale to lift. Exhale, middle. Inhale, lift. Exhale, middle. Inhale, lift. Exhale, middle. Keep going. Lift. And lift. Good. Come back down. Good. Roll out your wrists. Should be starting to warm up here. Okay? You're doing a wonderful job. All right. I think we are ready. So we're going to be doing 4 different movements. Each of them are going to be for a minute long. We'll get about 10 seconds in between to transition. But ultimately, we want to try to keep moving through this, and we want to keep as much time under tension on these muscles as possible. So the movements don't necessarily have to be speedy today. I want you to be slow, controlled, deep within the ranges as long as it's pain-free, and then utilize that weight if you have any. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is a push-up with a slight rotation at the top. You can do this inverted, that's the easiest way, with hands on the wall or a table, the couch, a chair. Okay, the neutral way is on the floor, and then the difficult way is with your feet elevated. I haven't seen most of you do a push-up in a long time, so I don't recommend doing the decline push-up unless you are very, very confident and you do a wonderful job with your form on this. Push-ups can be quite complicated, so we want to make sure you're safe doing these. Okay, the next thing is called an inverted body pullover, excuse me. So let's first go over the push-up. I'm sorry, we didn't demonstrate that. I'm going to be using a chair today. Okay, and so when you're doing a push-up, the key is to try to keep your forearm fairly vertical, okay? Whatever plane your forearm starts in, so let's say we're doing a pull-based movement with a band, if the forearm starts horizontal, it needs to remain horizontal through the movement and not change planes, okay? Because if it changes planes, that's a cue that you've dumped force somewhere. So the same thing in the push-up. So let's see if I can do it on the edge of the chair that we can really see it. This is not totally stable, so hang with me, okay? So ideally, we're gonna come forward on this one, okay? Now on the exercise we're gonna do today, we're gonna try a little bit of a push or rotation at the top. Just a little, okay? Just a little. So we're gonna do push-ups with the slight rotation is our first exercise. Our second exercise is called the inverted body pullovers. So you just need to grab onto something, whether it's your couch, a banister, anything that's anchored in. And so with this movement, I'm going to grab this piece above me here, but I'm going to turn a little bit to the side so you can see me. We're going to start here. Now the objective is if you don't have anything to hold on to, just stay here, okay, and work on your breath control. If you do have something, you're going to grab a hold of that and try not to pull your feet upward. You're actually trying to pull your elbows down to you, but since you can't move your arms, your body will come to your hand, okay? So it'll look like that. But technically, I'm trying to pull my elbows down as hard as I can here, okay? But since I can't move my elbows, then my ribs pull my body up, okay? So first thing is we have those push-ups with the slight rotation. We have the body pullovers. The next thing we have are a pulsed split squat. So remember, we've got a couple different versions of the first two. The same rules apply here. So with the split squat, you're starting in this open position, kind of like the top of a lunge. And number one, you can stay here and just pulse down at the bottom, like so. Okay, if you want to go a little harder, you can elevate that back leg into a Bulgarian split squat, okay, where we're doing this. You can also hold on to weights here you have lots of options. So we'll be doing a minute on each leg there. The last thing is a lateral plank walk. So here we've done planks before. You're just going to be walking sideways and together with both your arms and your legs. The hardest part is to synchronize your distance of both. So just make sure that your steps on your arms match the steps on your legs. That's really helpful. If you would like to do it on an incline, the same rules apply. You're just going to be walking from one side of the surface to the other. If you want it a little higher, you can use the little higher surface, and it'll look like this, step. But basically your hands are doing the same thing as your legs. You can also do this on the ground, and then if you want to make it super difficult, you can do the decline version where your feet are up on the elevated surface so that your head is down. Okay, so we've got lots of options. Just to review so you can set your situation up. Push-ups with that slight rotation at the top. Okay, then we have the inverted body pullovers. Then we have the pulsed split squat. And then we have the lateral plank walks. Okay, so you should be good to go. When you are ready, go ahead and press play. I'm going to start here with that rotational push-up. I'm going to try it actually on the chair so you can see that. This surface is a little bit hard on my hands, so I'm going to do what I can. Whenever I can't, I'll drop to the floor and show you that. All right, here we go. We've got a minute. We're doing 3 rounds here, so we have lots of opportunities for improvement and maximization. Okay, so we've got our push-ups with that slight rotation. Here we go. Push-up, slight rotation. A minute is a long time. Just keep that in mind. I might have to drop to the floor here, ladies and gentlemen. You keep going with whatever version is right for you. If you're going to be doing it on the floor and you need to, you can do this from your knees. It makes it a little bit harder to tighten and stabilize the core, but do what you can, okay? Great job. Round 1's done. We're going to do our pullovers next. Okay? I'm going to grab onto my squat rack here. Okay. Legs are up. Pulling down with our elbows. Hopefully you can see me a little bit from the side here. You should really feel this in the under part of your arms, right here in the lat area, as well as you'll probably feel it in your tummy. Really pull with those arms. Try to bring those elbows right down next to you. Take that direction of pull there. Pull, pull, pull. All right, next one is our split squats, okay? You can grab onto some weights if you would like. All right, split squats. And we're pulsing, we're staying down in that range. You're doing great. You should start to note your heart rate is increasing, but your respiratory rate doesn't always match during these, because it's a little bit different. We got to get blood circulating around, but our blood does have quite a bit of oxygen in it and normal. That's why if you take like your pulse ox, the little finger thing that checks the oxygen level in your blood, I mean, we're usually like 98 to 99%. So right now we just need to get the blood around, but your respiratory rate starts to come in later when you need a little bit more oxygen than what you had. 15 seconds. I know it burns. I know it burns. Hang with it. breathing. Nice and small, time under tension, guys. You're doing great. Whew. Okay, 10 seconds. Get my screen back up. Okay, here we go, other side. Now forgive me, this is my rough hip, so I'm gonna stay high. But you do you. Try to get low if you can. Keep breathing. After this, we have our plank walks. You're doing an amazing job. So this is a little different than the other workouts we've done. Hang with it. Just breathe. Change your belief system right now that you can't do this. If you're not hurting, as long as it's hard, you're okay. Pain is a really good communication tool. It doesn't indicate damage necessarily. It's an indicator that something is hard, right? And if it is something that's a bad pain, then stop. Good. But if it isn't and you're just hard, try to see if you can push through that. All right, we have our plank walks next. All right? So we're in our plank. We're taking a step together, step together, step together. There's something underneath my hand. Doing great, everybody. Doing the right version for you. Should be almost done. Good. All right, round one is done. Okay, take a break. Grab a little bit of water if you need to. Catch your breath if you need to. Otherwise, we're going right back into those push-ups. Okay, push-ups with that slight rotation if you can. Remember, inverted is okay, floor is okay, decline is okay. Just make sure you're safe with your form. We've got lots of other videos actually on push-up form. So if you are concerned about that, let me know or talk to me about it in our coaching session each week so we can make sure to address that. Okay? All right, we're getting right back at it. 5 more seconds, and we've got round 2. Push-ups with that slight rotation, okay? Here we go, guys. Push-ups, slight rotation. Really keeping your glutes squeezed and your butt kind of tucked under you so that you can keep your spine nice and safe during this movement. We don't want to see your butt dropping or your back begin to arch. Then we've lost spinal stability. And that's not good. I mean, it's job security for me, but it's not good for you. I'd much rather help people on the proactive sense than the reactive sense. Okay? Here we go, almost done. All right, now we've got split squats. Oh, I'm sorry, inverted pullovers. Here we go. Remember, pull down with the elbows. That's the key. Nice and slow. Grab your weight if you want. Wear your backpack. And we're pulsing. Make sure that knee is slightly outside of that foot, right? We're not inward. Our hip and knee and ankle are in line, making a nice force vector there. Okay? Knee is not crossing in front of the toes. We are keeping that knee behind the toe in a nice position to generate force. If you need something for balance here, hold on to the back of a chair, stand next to the wall, something like that for safety. Push into that muscle fatigue here. No joint pain, just muscle fatigue. Okay? 15 seconds. Catch your breath. This is the time to breathe. 5 seconds. Good. Other side. Do what you can. Again, sorry y'all, this is gonna be a little high for me. Here we go. Yes, last week, since you can't go anywhere, I'm gonna tell you a story. Last week, I was playing with the kiddos and felt a pretty strong pop in my hip. And so we're nursing it back to health, and you know what, it's coming along great. But you gotta make smart choices, right? So you'll find I get to modify some things, or I may have to stop and just teach you how to do it. But you know, we talk about this, doing what's right for you at the right time, so I wanna make sure I'm a good example of that. All right. Oh my goodness, 20 seconds. You guys are doing great. I wish you could tell me a story and distract me from the burn. Here we go, 10 seconds. All right. Breathe. After this, we've got our plank walks. It's gonna seem like a breeze. Good. Okay, plank walks, you're just going to the side, together, side, together, okay? Here we go. If you can't do this on your hands and toes, right, go to that inclined surface we talked about. This is really hard to do on your knees, so that's why doing it on an incline is likely better than doing this on your knees. I suppose you could try. I've never done it. I suppose you could do that too, if you really wanted to. It's not a bad option. Here we go. After this, you get a break. I'm gonna stay here. It's starting to bug my hip quite a bit. So we're just gonna stay here till the time goes off. All right, good job. Get a break, get some water, catch your breath. We got one more round. You're doing great. Great job, keep it up. All right, first thing we've got is our rotational push-up. Okay, you ready? Let's jump right to it. 4 seconds on the clock. Really try to keep those forearms as vertical as you comfortably can. On the knees, you're gonna notice a slight change there. Just do the best that you can. We want to try to not have those arms be out super wide and have the elbows track laterally. You want to have these elbows track close to your side, but no more than about a 45-degree angle outward. And that press and that rotation at the top if you can. Leave out my hip for a second. Keep going, guys, you're doing great. Okay, now we're gonna do those pullovers. Those inverted pullovers. Okay, remember, pull it down with the elbows. Okay, here we go. Hopefully you're already going. Not waiting on me. Remember, if you can't do this, just hold the legs and the arms up. Great job. Pull, pull, pull with those elbows and those arms. That's your driving force right there, not trying to curl the body up. You're pulling down with the arms. Good, super slow. All right, split squats. Here we go, guys. Wait if you want it. Check your alignment. Look right at that front knee. Where is it? Is it inside of the foot? If it is, correct it. We want that slightly outside, right? We want that back toe pointing straight ahead. We don't want it out like that. Straight ahead. Keep pulsing. Stay in that range as best that you can. Your legs are probably shaking now. This is the third round, and that's okay. Hard is okay. Hurt, not okay. Do what you can. You're gonna see me come up a little bit into the range. Try to stay down if you can. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Breathe. Good. Switch legs. Get yourself settled. Check your form. Check your technique. This is a vertical motion. There's no horizontal here. Your weight shift should stay right in the middle between your legs. Okay? We don't want it on one more than another. Keep breathing. This is when your belief system, maybe some old habits when you stopped, or old habits when somebody said, you can't do this. You're not strong enough. You're too fat. You know what those things are. We've all heard them. Don't pay attention to them right now. Reestablish a new dialogue in your head right now. Ask yourself, am I hurting? Is this damaging? If it is, then stop. But if it's not, then stay and breathe through this. You have 5 seconds. You can do this. 3, 2, 1, rest. Good. Okay, plank walks. Whatever technique is right for you, pick your variation, and let's go. We got this. This is our last minute, right? Remember, you do not have to go fast here. A minute is a minute, no matter how many you do in between. And on an exercise like this, it really doesn't matter. Keep going, okay? Keep going. My hip's just losing it there. You're doing great. 30 seconds on the clock. Nice and small steps with the hands, nice and small steps with the feet. Do your diligence to make sure these are good, right? Keep breathing. Make sure that back isn't dropping and sagging and we're not losing that core control. If you are corrected, if you can't correct it, go up into an incline, right? So that you're making it safe. 5 seconds. Keep your breath. Nice. Good job, everybody. Very, very good job. All right, so what do you think? Time under tension's a little bit different, right? Great job. So go ahead and meet me in standing. If you need to pause the video to get some water, totally fine, do what you gotta do, but meet me here, okay? Hands are gonna be at our sides. We are working on balance, right? Eyes closed, balance. So I want you to have hands at your sides, feet underneath your hips, underneath your shoulders, so you're nice and stacked. We're not super wide, we're nice and stacked, okay? Eyes closed to begin. Shift your weight from the toes to the heels, going back and forth, getting your bearings. We've already talked about safety considerations. If you need to put yourself into a corner, so that if you're gonna fall backwards, you fall just like 6 inches into the wall instead of 5 feet to the floor, right? Okay? Keep your eyes closed, shifting front to back. Good, side to side. Right to left. Right and left. If you feel comfortable, when you shift to your right, lift the leg in the left in the air. Shift left, lift right. Shift right, lift left. Shift left, lift right. Shift right, lift left. Good, one more time, shift left, lift right. Good, take an opening, just to verify you're still pointing straight ahead. Sometimes when we begin to lift a foot up, we start to actually turn in place. It's not abnormal. We just don't want you ending up like 90 degrees in the other direction, but a few degrees here and there is okay. All right, so now what we're gonna do is I want you to start with your feet crossed. Okay? Close your eyes and uncross. Then cross it again. If you are safe with this, keep going. Uncross and cross. Uncross and cross. You'll notice I'm only doing the leg that's crossing in front. I'm leaving my right leg where it is and I'm crossing my left in front, and then I'm stepping to the side and opening, okay? So I'm crossing with my left and then I'm uncrossing that left foot. Good, we've got 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to take the right foot and cross it in front of the left. If you are comfortable, keep those eyes closed. If you need to open them for safety, go ahead and do so. But if you can, keep them closed. And we're going to cross and uncross. Cross and uncross. Cross, uncross, cross, uncross. Let's do 3 more. Here we go. Cross it and open. 2 more. Cross and open. 1 more. Cross and open. Good. So now open those eyes, check yourself, check your orientation. Now we're going to work on our turns. Okay, so we're going to jump into 180-degree turns. So eyes closed, we're turning to our right. Take as many steps as you need to in place. You're going to do a 180, which means you're going to end facing behind you. So eyes closed, walk in place. Go to where you think 180 degrees is, open your eyes and verify you did that correctly. Then you close your eyes, turn to the left, and end where you started, facing your screen. Open. Good. Do that again. Turning to the right, eyes closed. Go. And now checking. Close your eyes, turn left. Verify you made it. Good. Now I want to do a 360. Okay? So close your eyes, walk, and you're going to end facing the camera, or facing, excuse me, the screen. Good. Now try to your left. Close your eyes, turn left. And see if you made it. Oh, I was a hair short. Good. We're going to do that 1 more time each direction. Close your eyes, turn right. Okay. Close. Close your eyes and turn left. Close your eyes, walk it left. Good, very good, wonderful job. Okay, the last thing I want you to do is out, out, in with your feet. So step out, come together, and in, okay? So out, out, in, okay? Keep that rhythm going, and then as you're able, close your eyes and keep it. So we're gonna go out, out, in, out, out, in. Keep going, out, out, in. Close your eyes if you can. Good. Out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in. Good. Do you think you can do that and turn at the same time? Ooh, okay. Eyes closed. Out, out, in. Turn towards your right. We're going to keep going till you get 180 degrees, okay? Out, out, in. Out, out, in. Out, out, in, out, in. Did you do it? Okay. Eyes closed. We're doing out, out, in. Turning to your left 180. Here we go. Out, out, in. Out, out, in. Out, out, in, out, in. Okay, did you do it? Or do you need some practice, right? All right, so now I'm gonna have you lay down on your back. We're gonna cool it down, work on a little bit of our core control, a little bit of stretching. So go ahead and lay on your back with your knees bent. Let's quiet it on down. Straighten one leg out. Bring one knee to your chest. And this should just be comfortable. And if you can, take an awareness of your head and your neck position. If your chin is way up like that, try to tuck it in so your neck is neutral and that the folds on your back of your neck have been unwrinkled. If you can't get into this position without significant difficulty, get a slight pillow. Don't leave yourself like in this position where your chin is way up in the air. Okay, pull that knee across to the opposite shoulder. And now bring that all the way across your body into a nice gentle spinal twist, opening the opposite hand away from you, and then if you'd like, you can take the hand that's on the cross side and place it on top of your knee to get a little bit more pressure if you'd like. Good. Take that up and back. Now bring your other knee upwards towards your chest. And then straighten one leg down. Good, just feeling that nice stretch. Now bring that same knee over to the opposite shoulder. And then as you're able, go ahead and let it drop to all the way to the opposite side for a nice spinal twist. Letting your opposite hand open to your side. And then again, if you want the hand that's on the same side as that cross knee, you can push down a little bit, grabbing it to get a little bit greater stretch. Good, bring your leg back and leave both knees bent. I'm gonna have you grab behind one knee and try to straighten that leg up. By leaving the knee bent, you're gonna get a little bit further stretch, which should be very comfortable. Also protects your back a little bit. So go ahead and flex and point the foot in this position. Should feel a little bit of increase in the stretch, but nothing horrible. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now try to straighten the knee a little bit further and relax the foot. Good, bend the knee and bring it back down to the floor. Grab behind the other knee. Good, and just try to straighten that leg a little bit to get a gentle hamstring stretch down the backside. Let's have you flex and point the foot now. Feel a little bit of increase in the stretch, but again, no pain. And 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Try to straighten the knee even further and relax the foot. Good. Bend the knee, lower the foot. Now you're going to take the first leg, cross it over the other thigh, and you can stay here if this is a good stretch. If you'd like a little bit more, you can grab underneath the bottom thigh and pull that towards you. Again, checking that chin position and that neck position. Good. Lower the leg, uncross, and then switch. Remember, you can stay here if you'd like. This is totally fine, or if you'd like, you can grab behind the thigh of the bottom leg. Go ahead and go to wherever is comfortable for you. Good. Lower the leg and uncross. Good. Now I just want you to put one hand on your heart, one hand on your tummy, and just connect that breath back in. Stay in this position for as long as you like. This is a wonderful time to connect in with yourself and with some of those beliefs that we've been talking about that you may need to revisit, you may need to evolve, and you may need to totally change. So I look forward to talking to you more again this week. We love you more than you know. See you soon.